Hey guys, how's it going? Josh here. Just sat down for another video. It's been absolute chaos the last couple of weeks again. It's funny how life goes like that. You get like a lull and then you get the rise. It's crazy. But anyway, so let's have a look. I'm sitting down to do some oxygen not included. We got the ant farm. We're on cycle 47. Let's just get into it. Hope everyone's doing well. We've had some crazy rain here in Slummies in the last 2 to 3 days. It's been an absolute downpour. So that's been exciting stuff. But you are. Alright, let's have us a look. Okay. Food is not a problem. I think last time we were having a bit of a food crisis, but at the moment we're not. It's 145,000 calories, that's pretty good. Oh, we have printables. Before we do that, let's just check out our room situation. We have all the rooms. Let's check out our gas situation. Ooh. Slight problems. Because this is unbreathable natural gas and this is unbreathable carbon dioxide. Okay. I think we've got... This is all working nicely, I'm sure. Ah, sheesh, forgetting controls here. And then let's go to liquids, let's just check. We're almost done converting this liquid. Let's check, are there any germs over here? Disease 0, surface germs. Cool. Germ overlay. Okay, we've got some slime lung germ in this slime. Yep, the slime has slime lung germ. We've popped this air seal. So that's pretty good. We got that deodorizer there, and there. That's no longer off-gassing, so that should be everything fine. I see we have been doing flooring. So let's get the guys onto the flooring and let them carry on with the flooring. Got a little mop errand there, a little mop errand there. I think everything's working. I think everything's working as intended, so let's let them carry on in a slow pace. Let's see, printables. Choose a blueprint. Oh, goodness. So we have we got coal. How many dupes? We got 11 dupes at the moment. You see over there, we got 11 dupes at the moment. So we don't really need another dupe. Oh, one more dupe. I like about 12 per colony. I find that's normally a sweet number to have. Rocketry and operating, early bird, iron gut, and gastrophobic. This nails is quite good. I mean, he can pilot a spaceship and he can operate machinery. That's pretty good. Building, supplying, and cooking. Decreased strength. No, not great. Bottomless stomach. The only thing about nails, though, is the gastrophobia, so he can't do cooking errands. So if we do put him on a rocket and shoot him into outer space to go and do stuff, we're going to have to send him up with pre-cooked food. And he can't run out of food. Well, let's do nails. Because he's got operating, he's got machinery skills, so, you know, we could use that. Cooking and supplying, I think we've got a cook on this colony already. We've got a supply and thing. Bottomless stomach carries is not a problem. Mole hands is pretty good. Green thumb. Camille's also not a bad dupe, eh? This is hard now. Now I got to choose between Nails and Camille. Well, we're still a little ways from a rocket system, so maybe we pick Camille and we will be able to send her over, because remember, our asteroid is linked to another asteroid, so we should probably get some dupes in that we could just easily send across to the other asteroid. They've got that teleporter thingy. So we've got one asteroid we're linked to. All the others we have to fly a little spaceship to. But I think we take Camille. So let's get Camille going. Let's get her on her priorities. Here she is. I'll put her on tidying. While she's here, she can do supplying, storing, schedule. Yep, we can put Camille here. This will be her bedtime. Skills. Let's have a look. Okay, Ashkin, we're going to put him in demolition. We'll give him the demolition hat. Camille, I'm going to go to the tidying style, improved carrying. Give her that plus 400 carry capacity and plus 2 to strength. Devon is our digger. We'll put him in hazmat digging. I wonder if we shouldn't have maybe put him into improved carry. Nah, but we got a lot of digging to do, so should be fine. That'll be fine. Now we got to figure out this gas issue. Maybe what we do, let's do this. To fix the gas issue, let's replace these airflow blocks, because what that'll do, go to gases quickly. See, we're getting free flowing gas coming in here, and this oxygenator here is creating atmospheric pressure here, which is pushing down through these airflow tiles all the way down, which might be hindering that there. So if we block this, then the atmospheric pressure will come down here, it'll push out here, and it'll come down here, and then that will just help us not have any pressures here, so that all the pressures that come down from this half of the base will come slipping down here and here. But I do think here we need to put some airflow tiles just to help get the air flowing sort of in a circular sort of motion. The other thing I wanted to do, we need to build a ranch for these hatches. But I suppose we don't need it right now. Let's go to consumables. Let's just see, what are they eating? They're eating muckroot. How much food do we have? Pickled meal, a lot of. Grizzleberry, a little bit of muckroot, and a little bit of meat. And the meat looks like it's fish fillet. 0 kgs. Oh, we got 4,000 grams of meat. I don't know where that came from, but alright. Oh yes, something else I wanted to talk about quick. These generators, they're constantly burning, right? And what's going to happen is the batteries are full, but these coal generators are going to continue to burn until they run out of fuel, and they're going to request fuel when they start getting low on fuel, right? So the problem that we're going to have is we're going to be using a lot of unnecessary coal to keep the generators burning while the batteries are full. So we're constantly using about 400 watts, and we've got no way to stop that unless we use the smart battery. So let's just go to research quick. Let's go to power. There. The sensor smart battery, which will store power, will also send a green signal or a red signal based on the configuration of the logic activation parameters. So we want to replace those jumbo batteries that we have with these smart batteries, because that's going to switch off the generators, and we only really have to replace one, so that we can use the automation to control the batteries, to control or the automation settings of the batteries to control the generators, just so that we don't end up wasting a lot of charcoal. Because coal is all over the place, but it's not going to last forever. It's a finite amount. We've only got 13 tons. We should probably track that. So we've got 13 tons of coal that we need to be conservative on our consumption of. In the meantime, while they're busy researching those smart batteries to get that in, we can just check we've got no idle dupes. Everybody's doing something. There's always something to be done. We've got quite a bit of coal here to dig out and a lot of copper here to dig out. Let's start planning our whatchamacall, the what's it called, man? Hatch ranches, our husbandry, so we can start getting meat production going. Also, what it'll do is whatever you feed to these little hatch buggers here, let me find one quickly. There's got to be one walking around there. So the hatch, they excrete solid coal as waste and may be uncovered by digging up buried objects. So whatever we feed them, and they can eat pretty much anything, then they will poop out coal. But now you get 3 variants of hatches. I don't know if it'll show us here. Because if you feed them like organic material, like food and stuff like that, or crops and stuff like that, then they will start to develop what's called a sage hatch, which is different from a standard hatch. And if you feed them really hard rocks, they'll become a stone hatch. So we kind of got to check and watch what we feed them, so we can, yeah, there's a sage hatch. Yeah, solid coal is waste, enjoy burrowing into the ground. So it's basically just one of the 3 variants of a hatch. But the best ones I found to do are the stone hatches, because there's always a lot of this other type of rock that we use, not sedimentary, igneous. There's always a lot of igneous rock on colonies as you mine out things and all of that stuff. So, and it's not a bad return. You're getting a 50% return, 140 kilos to 70 kilos. But yeah, so that's something we need to start planning. Room is smaller than, confined when a room is smaller than 12 cells, but crowded when a room has less than 12 cells of space per each critter. Now if we go to our room overlay here, and we look for stable, there it is. The maximum size we can do it is 96 tiles. So let's go over here and see what is going to equal to 96 tiles. Well, that's 96 tiles right there. Okay, so let's do this. We'll take this one off. Or should we rather I'm just trying to think of the best way to set up these ranches now, because I kind of want to use this edge of the abyssalite, kind of incorporate that a little bit in. I don't really like digging out the abyssalite. I think it's pretty cool to have this abyssalite skeleton once you've done coring out all the different biomes and stuff. So let's just see if we go this way, and we go, okay. No. Oof, but I don't think that is going to be the right amount of space. because I do want to do 2 of them, but at the same time I don't want to run out of space. Maybe we do this. Let's do this. So we know we're going to put a landing, a door, and that's going to be the inside. Right? Let's hit pause quickly. Okay, now we go to the food setting and stations. Let's go to stations. I don't think we've unlocked it. Utilities. We also haven't unlocked much on the automation section as well. So we need to do signal wires as well. Okay, maybe we wait. Let's wait a little bit with the stables. Let's rather do the research we need to do to get the automation right. And then once we've got the automation right, we can proceed to make the stables and all that stuff. But otherwise, how's everything working this side? Plumbing overlay. Oh, spaghetti junction. That's okay. It's okay. I mean, it's working how it's supposed to. We still got this buffer tank. The buffer tank is still running, but that's okay. I know we had a lot of water spillage and all of that stuff while we were redoing all the plumbing, so that's why we've got quite a bit of a backlog. I'm just trying to think. What if... And this... On the gas overlay, you can see we're not really chowing the carbon dioxide here. We have built that block off over there, so we should start compressing this stuff. Let's just see the density quickly of the... Oh, see, we haven't really got the density we need on the oxygen. This 1.6 is pretty good over here, but this is hitting max pressure the whole time. So the pressures, the gases are not flowing as quick as they should to pressurize everywhere else. Okay, we know we're working up there and we're working up here. Maybe we can add one more. Let's just check our electrical. We're still running one? Yeah, we're still running one grid. 740. And that'll be another 120, but that's not too bad. So let's put another one right here. Just for now, until we get the AC running. Our aircon system. Just so that we can help start to condense this natural gas and the carbon dioxide and try to push this carbon dioxide across towards the carbon skimmer. Our carbon skimmer is barely putting in any effort. And maybe to help with the gas flow coming through, we should just put those two as airflow bricks, because that way it'll be easier for the stuff to flow in comparison. Because shame, all these little dupes are having to hold their breath as they come through here. We need to fix that, because that's not cool. There we go. Well, let's watch them do it with the gas overlay. There we go. So now we'll have all that gas exchange going on. Oxygen will push up. Here we're producing some oxygen as well. We might have to put these two airflow tiles back in. But let's see, let's run this for till cycle 50. So for 2 cycles, and then we see if it's made any significant change. Also need to come up with a way to collect all of our natural gas. Let's go down to computers and automation. Here we go. Automation overlay, automation wire. We'll get all that. We can also begin to replace. Let's replace this battery. Power. Ooh, we need refined metal for that. Have we got a crusher? No, we don't have a crusher anywhere yet. Okay, so refinement, crusher. We'll just plonk one down over there. We're starting to hit that. Oh, we're getting up there to 800. We might incur some damages here. 860. We might incur some damages. But what we will do, we need to split our electrical system. And there's no easy way to split it. Not now, at least. I think we're still too young of a colony to be able to adequately split the system. But I think what we can do is we can take this, and this off the system and just use the hamster wheels and these batteries here. So we'll do that. So these batteries will run. Also wonder why are these batteries sitting so low, but these batteries are like tip top. And it was connected. We have a split system though. We're running 2 systems. This is just boosting for that, but this system's chowing more power than we need to. So okay. So this here, copper recipe to go from copper ore to copper. Copper ore 100 kgs input, and you get refined copper output of 50 kgs and sand 50 kgs. So you're only getting it's a 0.5. It's a 2-to-1 ratio, but you're also getting so 2 parts of copper will give you 1 part of refined copper and 1 part of sand. So yeah, that's not that great. We need 200 for the battery and for some cabling. So let's go 50, 100, 150, 200, 250. Let's just whack out at 250 kgs of copper. We should do more, because I want to put both those batteries, now that I see they're running on separate circuits. Let's just go with that. We can replace both these jumbo batteries with smart batteries, and we'll hook the smart batteries up to one to each generator to run the different circuits, because this generator and this battery is running the refinement circuit and fertilizer production. I wonder if we could add, we should be able to add more. So over here we got 120 on the filter, 120 over there, 120 on the skimmer, 120 on this filter. So that's 1, 2, 3, 480 plus this 240, which is going to push us to like 1,000. So if everything was running at exactly the same time all the time, in here we wouldn't be, and we're only producing 600 watts, but everything, the consumption rate is higher than 600 watts, because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. times 120, which is going to be 720, and we're only producing 600. So this circuit, if it's running at 100%, is going to pull more juice than what we're making. But that's okay. That's why not everything's running at 100%, which is fine. But now that we're going to get some copper going, we only got 100 kgs. Oh yeah, check that out. Go Ashkin, punch the dot. Imagine getting your finger in that machine. Yes, like that must suck. Alright, let's go power. We're still missing, we got 150. Come on Ashkin, let's speed this up a bit. Boom. And then it hits up with the reload. We're gonna just deconstruct that battery, and then we're gonna build the new one. And some people would probably cry and be like, oh, you're wasting joules of energy stored in the battery by just deconstructing it, it's disappearing. Yeah, I'm not worried. 40,000 joules is not that much. It's a lot, but it's not that much. You know, it's not enough for me to cry over. Come on, come on. Take that battery apart. There we go. And let's actually start tracking that refined copper. There we go. We are currently out of stock. Now the machines and all that in here, they won't skip a beat because they're still getting their power. If we go to the electrical overlay, they're still getting their power from the generator directly. So, but they're only drawing at about 50% of power output. So we're wasting about half the power we're producing with that generator just by not having a battery to put that power into. How are we running out of power? Oh, that's not good. Yeah, we're gonna need to figure something out. I think we're gonna have to. We're gonna have to figure something out because we're not producing enough. But it's only because we're running the rock crusher. Maybe we should put the rock crusher on another circuit. That might be better. But then I gotta run cabling all the way there. We'll just rebuild the rock crusher somewhere else. Could always do that. I mean, we've got loads of oxygen, yeah? Maybe we make a temporary rock crushing situation over here. And we add the rock crusher to this circuit. I think that's a better plan. Let's do that. Oh, I think we're gonna do that. Okay, let's see here. It's got 5 errands left to do. So we'll just cancel them and we'll just deconstruct that building. Let's also go to the electrical overlay and hit deconstruct, and we'll just deconstruct that little bit of cable as well. I'm going to move the rock crusher to over here so that we don't end up depleting our batteries. We can get back up to charging the batteries up nicely. And we got 50 copper wire, so let's go automation quick. Oh, they haven't finished researching the wiring. How far are they? Just under half. But they're also out of power, so let's just go here and let's say, okay, make that at number 9. I forgot I turned those down. Alright, so now they'll do their running and what that they need to do over there. Let's just speed things up a bit. 150 calories, it's not too bad. We got a little bit of hydrogen gas, but it'll just sit up top here. Hydrogen's like one of the lightest gases, so it'll just sit at the top there. Oh. Let me take this call quickly. I'm coming now, guys. Sorry about that. Alright, let's have us a look-see now. There's no automation wire connected here, so you see they got this little flashing symbol. It says no automation wire. It's because the guys are still researching it. Researching the smart home. But I think this is a better idea to have the machine here running off of this circuit. But we still got quite a bit. Yeah, we've still got quite a bit of how do I say? But it's coming, right? The natural gas is going to be an issue. But I think what we'll do is we'll store the natural gas over here. Maybe we put like an air pump over here, so I can pull all the natural gas and carbon dioxide here. And then what we'll do is we'll let it vent. Why do we have a vent up there? What the heck were we doing? We were pumping carbon dioxide from up here, because I think this was filled up with carbon dioxide. So I think we were pumping carbon dioxide from here out and down. That's what we were doing. So okay, we'll get in there. Let's put the other 5 copper material orders in. Okay. Research is complete. Nice. Let's go automation. Let's grab some automation wire. And we can just go here and we just go boom, boom, boom. And then this high threshold, we'll put that at 90, so it'll switch off at 90, and we wanted to switch on at 20. So the high threshold is where the automation will send a red signal to tell the generator stop generating power, and then the low threshold is where it'll send a signal to say, hey generator, switch on. That's the green signal. So remember, high is to switch it off, low is to switch it on. Boom. And now this generator won't run until this battery reaches 20%, which will be 4 kilojoules of power. That's a 20 kilojoule battery. Wow. And this is a 40 kilojoule battery. So it's got, this jumbo battery's got double the power storage capacity as a smart battery. But okay. Doesn't really matter. When we get into big electrical battery packs and stuff like that, then we'll have one automation or one smart battery to run all the generators that are on its circuit, and then a whole bunch of jumbo batteries. Because batteries that are all connected on a circuit will deplete their stored power at the same level. So it's not like, oh, this one's got 40 kilojoules and this one's got 10 kilojoules, so this one's going to run out of power first. It's not the case. They will go down at the same they will let out their energy at the same rate. We also need to just start checking temperature. I know this biome is a hotter biome. I think it's a jungle biome, or a gas biome, or whatever it's called. So it runs a little bit hotter than the other biomes. And we've got this cold biome, and then this is still 25 degrees. It's not bad. This is getting a little bit warm. This water's sitting at 23 degrees. We're also going to need to build a cooling loop and all that jazz. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we've got 8 down here and we've got 7 up here. That's going to put us on 15, and we only need 12. New printables. Spicy tofu. We'll just go straight into spicy tofu. I don't need any dupes right now. And spicy tofu is an awesome food to have. It's a superb food. Plus 5. Which is quite nice. It's ticked off, so it will get stored in the fridge. Nice. Alright, we're almost at the end of cycle 50, so we need to do the gas situation. So let's go research quickly. Let's get gas storage. Where's it? Power, food, solid, blah blah blah, gases. Here we go. There. The gas reservoir in the HVAC research catalog. So let's get that research going, because we want this gas reservoir. We want it. We need it. Reed fiber. We'll just put a level 1 sweep on everything again. Just so that the guys can clean up base. Yeah, but everything's going smoothly. Speed it up. A pufflet prince. So you see, here's a puff, and there's a puff prince. And what these little creatures do is they suck in the atmosphere around them, and then poop out whatever the atmosphere is. So if you put them in an oxygen atmosphere, they'll poop out oxalate. If you put them in a, let's say, a polluted oxygen atmosphere, they'll poop out slime. If you put them in a chlorine gas atmosphere, they'll poop out bleach stone. So that's a cool way to sort of produce, I don't know, resources from, or transfer resources from gas to solid. Sorry, my mind's not 100% with me today, or any day for that matter. But yeah, everything's just carrying on. No real problems. We just need them to quickly finish that research so that we can get going with pushing in. Yeah, you see. Now let's look at the density. Yeah, the density is looking much better down here at the bottom. They've got nice oxygen in the kitchen again, nice oxygen down here in the dining area. We just need to fix what's happening right at the bottom. But that's not too bad. Maybe we can start putting the infrastructure in on the gas pipes. Maybe we start putting in the gas pump and all of that stuff. Let's think. Let's go with the gas filter first. Remember, it's got to go in the black section, out the green section. Maybe we can put it like... It's not getting in the way of anything, so we could just put it there. Put the gas pump there. And we could just go like that, and then like that, and that. And we could just snip that. So that way, we go to the gas overlay again. The pump will suck in all the atmosphere around here, send it into the filter. The filter will push out natural gas, which will run along this pipe all the way along. And then we'll start storing it in reservoirs, gas reservoirs over here. And then everything else, the oxygen and the carbon dioxide that it picks up, will get put out through this pipe and through this gas vent up here. Carbon dioxide will get showered by the carbon skimmer, and the natural gas, the oxygen, will just float on top. I think that's going to be pretty decent to fix the problems. But it does also mean, if we go to the electrical, we're going to be adding another 360 watts of power needed. And we could do it, but we're going to be running at quite a high capacity. We might not have enough, power production to run it all the time. That's going to be the thing. But what we can do, because this circuit is barely using any load, I think we'll put it on this circuit, because the only time this circuit steps up from the 120 to 240 constant, steps up by that 240 for the rock crusher over here, is when we put a water in, which is not too often. So let's go power, wire bridge, put the wire bridge there so that they don't get tangled, and then we'll just go like this. We'll put that one there, put that there, and that there. We'll just do that. We'll put power onto that, because it's not going to filter anything until... Well, we could start running it. Maybe we can cram the pipes full of stuff for now. And then let's just go here and let's go gas. Let's go with natural gas. Cool. So it's going to filter out the natural gas now when this starts to pump. Pipe is blocked. Why is the pipe blocked? It's probably trying to push natural gas through, and we've got nothing over here to let it out with. It's okay, we're almost done the research. So we just got to be strong. Guys, we just got to be strong. That's all we're waiting for. So yeah, sometimes in this game there's a bit of sitting around and waiting for things to happen, like research to finish, or for them to finish building something. So there is a bit of that, but it's not bad. Oof, something I need to remember to do is cancel that sweep, otherwise we're going to have them stand here by the door and constantly have an endless loop. Okay, cool, they have finished it. So let's go base building stuff. Gas reservoir. Let's slap one down in the corner. And where is it? Utilities, ventilation, gas pipe. That needs to come in there. Let's take that one away. And then once they're done building that, then this pump should start running. We'll just sit here because it won't take them too long to build that. Shame you can see there they're getting eye irritation from being in the natural gas. They got to run up halfway up the ladder to grab their breath. So I think the sooner we can get this done, the better it'll be for these little guys. There we go. Working as intended. Working as intended. I can just see, so you see the little grey patches coming in? Let's slow that down quickly and zoom in a bit. So the little grey patches, the light grey patches, that's creating vacuum. So that's every block that gets sucked into the pump that it goes from will create that. It'll be there, then the pump will pump it and it'll make a light grey, and then all the gases around it going to fill that space. And just by running this pump a little bit, we're ending up in a pretty good oxygen situation. And this will definitely help with storage of, or sorting out the gas issue. And then let's check our electrical overlay just to make sure. Yeah, we're just sitting just under what we need to run the system. So we're producing a little bit more, consistently producing more than we are using, which means that battery will stay relatively topped up. What was the next thing we were going to research? Because that's going to fix our gas problem right now. And natural gas also can be put into a generator. We've got a natural gas generator, which we could install somewhere to burn off this natural gas. Or another alternative would be, maybe we should have built the tank closer to the pump or closer to the kitchen. We could have put a gas range cooker in there. That would have been sweet. Why do I always get the good ideas when I'm done with something? Let's build another one. Oopsie. There we go. Okay, they're gonna build that. We're gonna build... No, I wanna go one up. I think we're going to move this gas can reservoir to over here, because then that'll give us a way to get rid of the natural gas. We could use it on a gas stove. Let's go to our research quick. Let's think. We wanted to do ranches. So let's have a look. Here we go. Here's all the ranching supplies we need. Grooming stations, shearing station, critter feeder, all of the drop-off points. Let's research that quick sticks. And then we can get on to designing our ranchers.